Welcome Pisces to your March 2018 love energy reading. This is Psychicloveheals. My name is Solomon and I do want to send my love and appreciation to all of you and happy birthday. If your birthday is this month, I hope that you do enjoy it. And I'm going to do the 9-card spread for you this month and describe what may be coming in love from the beginning to the end of the month. Now, however, I was shuffling the cards, and before I even got finished, we have 2 cards that popped out, and you should be able to see them here, and it is the Queen of Swords and the 7 of Swords in reverse. Those are energies of emotionally being a bit angry or a bit tense from someone if they have kept a secret from you, if you've kept a secret from someone else, and some kind of revelation does come through this month. Now the timing on when that does happen, you know, it may not be exact. Now what I'm going to do is pull out, I'm going to put it back in and see if I shuffle, and if it comes back out we can get an energy of when it may come through. But some kind of truth may be revealed this month for a lot of you out there, and it could deal with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or some kind of revelation that's not pleasing to you. Even if it's good, it may make you a bit anxious because it's like, why? You know, those kind of things could come to mind. So let's see. I'm gonna shuffle the cards just a little bit here. I already shuffled off camera. Pisces in love for March 2018. Pisces in love. Okay, I'm gonna cut. So we start out with the 8 of Wands in reverse, and there is some frustration energetically. Communication may not be moving between you and another person, where you're shutting someone down. You may be blocking them, not talking to them, not really traveling and doing different things in the beginning of the month when it does start. So there is some frustration, and this is where you may be very anxious and hostile, or someone is like this when it comes to you, whether or not you are ignoring them, vice versa, this energy coming around. But there are some issues with communication, and I feel as you know time goes on, you know, you do have the 6 of Pentacles showing up, so there is like a gift coming through, some kind of generosity that is there. This is almost like 2 people, you know, putting things to a halt to work on themselves or do different things, and as that momentum picks up, you're then able to offer someone something. If you didn't have it then, you're able to give someone something to reconcile with your partner, a gift, a date, spending time with one another, whatever it may be, you know, some kind of goodness coming through, good karma coming through with you and another person, whether you're doing things together with your children, family, friends, but there is something coming through that's pleasant there. And we do have judgment. Judgment comes through where there is a major decision or a major turn of events, where, say in the beginning, where someone was purposely not giving their share or doing their share in a relationship when it comes to maybe communication, you know, being kind, generous, the sincerity not being there, one-sided things where their selfishness was, you know, bombarded by someone intentionally. Now those things can turn around, because judgment is the wake-up call to say, hold up, these things have to change in order for this relationship or union to keep going, to be strong, to be steady. What needs to change? How are we going to be able to keep this moving in a positive direction? So a lot of you, these could be legal matters, court matters, where things didn't go right, but then things do turn out in a positive way, where you kind of have that conversation, you do discuss things, you do find ways to work things out through a second chance to reunite, to do things over again. And this does indicate working things out, healing, positive communication. But sometimes it can be very tense, but you do get to the bottom of things through asking questions and then waking up to what hasn't worked and what can work if you do something in a different way. And as those things happen, you do have the moon in reverse. Now this is the energy of where that truth starts to come to light, where things start to turn around. You start to figure out, oh, that's what's been holding me back. That's why that person has been acting this way towards me, or me towards them. Maybe it was your own doing, of the way that you handled certain people, or the way that your partner was, if they were going through anything personal, with them. Sometimes they may not reveal what those things are, but it may come through to you via your dreams. You start to have dreams of some kind of truth that they have been keeping. Your intuition is potentially very heightened through judgment being here, through the moon being here. It's like your guides, your angels, spirit messages are coming through, to kind of let you know of the revelations that you are not, even though the clarity didn't arrive maybe in the beginning of the month, it starts to clear up as the month starts to unfold. So the anxieties and confusions that you were having of making maybe false accusations and things like that, starts to clear up, I feel, for some of you. And then you do have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So the 9s are energies of manifestation, where things are moving forward. We are on the receiving end of things. The receiving end is like the blessing of your anxieties clearing up. So then the thoughts that you are having are kind of say, okay, it wasn't that bad, or I was assuming the worst. It wasn't as bad as I was thinking. This was happening because this needed to happen. The communication stopped because I said this, or the other person reacted in this way, and it didn't have to happen that way. Certain things like that start to come about. But you do see a financial card that is there, so that could very well be the case. Maybe someone was, secretly doing something on their own to make things work in a better way. So you never know. So, and as you do have the 10 of Wands in reverse, that does indicate that a lot of you may be releasing, what you've been holding on to. Now, this could literally be, say, for some of you, if you are working through the process of a divorce, of letting someone go, and the only reason why you were around that person or still dealing with them is because you had children involved, or because you two had your two names on a certain contract or something like that, a marriage contract, or any business, if you've been working together, if you've been having the same affiliation of a home, those kind of things. As you remove those and you release those, you start to clear energies up. And as you let go of that guilt, that resentment, that anger, or holding on to frustration, because we do have the Wands energy, that 8 of Wands was in reverse, and then we jump to that 10 of Wands. So allowing things to end. And as you do that, we do say, well, you know what? I don't want to focus on the stress anymore. I don't want to, be the only one that's giving my all to the relationship any longer. My partner, I feel intuitively that they are trying to do their best to change their ways and maybe help me out if you're dealing with somebody. So I release that. I let that go. And I start to work on myself. I start to be more dedicated with my business, with my own personal business, or literally your business if you're an entrepreneur, you're doing something on your own, whether it's hard work, whatever it may be. The 8 of Pentacles is here of progress, of initiation, of being dedicated to a goal, whatever it may be. You're working and putting hard work in. And I feel that the universe says, okay, you're willing to put in the work. You're willing to make things work and really ask yourself questions, with judgment being there. What does it take to have this union work and to be something that's steady, on something solid? That's why I feel the Lovers comes through. It's the blessing. It's the thing that keeps you united with your partner. The love is there. There's some kind of chemistry that cannot be broken just because of the minute things, the things that really don't matter. What matter is the core. What matter is deep down the heart, and the sincerity that may be hidden from out of view. Maybe throughout February you could have experienced that as you move into the beginning of the month, but revelations start to come to you, I feel, throughout the month of March, to see what really matters. And then the Lovers is coming there, of a union, of a blessing, of a connection that is very promising. And we do have the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse, and I feel here it's almost like the 8 of Pentacles is here as someone who is focusing on work, but this Queen of Wands energy of an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, whoever this may be, some could be dealing with a Gemini as well, is a person who is right underneath the 10 of Wands in reverse, and this is someone who could have been frustrating you, that could be very angry with you for different reasons, whether or not you are focusing on your job. You're trying to do different things to, again, put energy into the relationship, and they may not be doing that. So you say, I have to let that go. I have to let go of their own resentment towards me, their frustration towards me, and not allow that to impede my progress of moving forward, or whatever objectives and goals that you may have, because I'm doing something else right now. So if that distracts you, that particular energy distracts you, whoever this person may be, it doesn't have to be a fire sign, anyone that's coming out in reverse, you have to make sure that you rise above it, that you let that go. That's the judgment call that you have to make a lot of times, and realize that it's not always you. It could be the other person that does and can distract you and can have you feel very tense and frustrated. So if this is you, you know, a lot of times you have to take your own responsibility to ask yourself questions of how you can make changes, so the other person, you can understand their perspective of why they may be behaving in this way. But I feel for a lot of you, you'll start to understand why that person is behaving in that way. Maybe because they want some more of your generosity. They want more of you. They want you to be around. They want to see you. But sometimes this person may not be able to emotionally express that. Maybe only energetically they are able to, or that's the only way they know how to get across to you, is physically, or making gestures in that way, and not being able to express it verbally or emotionally, because that is fire. Fire energy is delay in communication. If you don't get your way when it comes to things energetically, you know, I'm gonna, you know, try to blow my steam off by blowing you off in a way, but that's not going to work, because you want to say whatever, you know, that kind of thing, and focus on you, because you have faith that the Lovers here is, and Judgment is what keeps you two together, and that can heal this particular person, whoever this may be in this situation, and whoever it may be that has resentment towards you. If this is divorce, you can let that energy go and focus on you, and allow things to manifest as you need them to. So you do have two cards. You have sixes here, so those are energies of karma. There are energies of generosity and working through problems, issues, solving those problems, and getting what you actually need. All right, so pretty good reading though. I feel like it's just working through the issues and trying not to be distracted. All right, it's not always you. It can be the other person, but if it is you, ask yourself those questions. Okay, so that's your reading for the month. I do hope that you have a great one. Lots of love, lots of light, tons of healing vibes, and make sure that if you would like a private or personal reading, that you go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.